Third, OB.
They have forced a ton of turnovers here. We'll talk a lot about that as we are underway. Duke winning the opening tip. Duke at 24-7. NC State 19-14 coming in. Mitchell trying to get it downstairs, and Burns got a hand on it, and a quick turnover right there.
The turnover early, and can the Wolfpack capitalize on it? Get a good look. Duke did a great job getting back defensively, not giving up a transition bucket.
Casey Morsell up high. NC State forcing 35 turnovers in the first 2 games here in Washington, D.C. to fall away Morsell, and that won't drop. Mitchell will flag down the rebound.
Nice defensive stand by Proctor on that possession.
Filipowski with the touch. Working on Diarra on the baseline. And off his foot and out of play. Now, NC State holding off Louisville, and a stunning performance by Sky Clark in the first one. He had 36 points in round 1, but they won the game. NC State did 94-85. That was without DJ Horn. He returned last night. As you get a look at their starting lineup.
It'll be no DJ Horn in the starting lineup. Kevin Keith's going to stick with what's gotten them here to this point.
Burns has it taken away by Filipowski. Now Horn beginning on the bench. As Proctor gets it out high. Long one coming by Roach off the back of the iron. And a foul in the rebounding fray. As you get a look at Kevin Keith, 7th year at the helm for NC State. And Kenny Engineer, a couple more wins here in D.C. That foul will go on Burns, by the way. That'll be number 1. John Shire, he's had success in this tournament, hasn't he? He was the MVP of the ACC tournament in '09.
Yeah, and the first person to ever win an ACC tournament as a player and a head coach. Hubert Davis trying to capitalize on that this year.
And Duke, the reigning champion of the ACC tournament. On the baseline, Mitchell fights for his miss, and he's fouled from behind.
Offensive rebound for Mark Mitchell, and that's one area, and that's going to be the first on Diarra. But both the bigs right now for NC State picking up a foul early, and of course when you consider DJ Burns and his reports of being on the floor as well as Diarra, that's one of the areas they can't get in foul trouble against this Duke front line.
DJ Burns, who poured in 27 points against Duke on the 4th of March, 12 for 19 shooting, but for much of that game he was a one-man band. Duke completely shut off the 3-point attempts, and the perimeter game. Once again, Burns going for it, and that'll be knocked out of bounds with 18:28 to go here in the first half, and be on the board yet.
Obi, I believe we've seen Kyle Filipowski on the ground already 3 times in this game. The tone has been set. It's going to be physical here in the quarterfinal round.
Jared McCain, by the way, the outstanding freshman, took a shot in the pregame warmups. He butted heads accidentally with a teammate. That was Jalen Blake's. Angel will have more on that coming up. Taylor drives the lane off the window, but no, and Filipowski picks up the loose ball. Tyrese Proctor here. Of course, Duke missing a freshman guard in Caleb Foster. He's out with an injury. Oh, nice swing pass. Mitchell's underneath at a very tough angle. Couldn't finish it.
Yeah, you got to finish that simply for the highlight factor. That was a beautiful dime from Filipowski, wrapping it around a defender to give Mitchell a good look.
The top 10s that might have been, right?
Yeah, exactly, OB.
Taylor, last 6 games, he has been absolutely on fire, averaging 19 points a contest and another turnover. This one is not off to an artistic start. Here's McCain, and too strong. There's Duke just getting on the floor for the first time in the tournament after the double bye.
And I also believe, even though North Carolina State has played a couple games, there are a little bit of jitters in this one. They understand, of course, it's always different when you're playing against the Blue Devils.
Diarra lifts, but too strong.
But we've seen sloppy basketball from both these teams to start the game. 3 minutes in, neither team has scored.
Proctor trying to put an end to that, but can't. Morsell with the rebound, the former Virginia star. He'll zip it downstairs to Diarra, and he loses control of it. These two teams are 0 for 9 combined and nobody seems to want to hang on to the ball. Nifty bounce in the lane. McCain will draw the foul.
That game allowing him to stay on the floor and operate offensively.
Marcel with the foul a moment ago. And DJ Horn reporting for duty for the Wolfpack. Marcel will step off for a moment. Horn, the top scorer for the Pack, 17 points a game, 43% from three. He came back after missing the Louisville game in round one to have 16 last night, which included a dunk.
Yeah, it did. We asked him pregame how he was feeling. He said he was feeling good. Got some medicine, got a good massage on that hip flexor. I said, "You still bouncy?" He said, "Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to get another one." So he wants to show out on the break, but had all 16 of those points in the second half last night.
Ben Middlebrooks into the contest, off for Horn. Taylor with shot clock down to 7. Here's O'Connell to fire and knocks it down, and NC State is finally on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the first made field goal of this game. The only other points were Jared McCain at the free throw line. I don't think anyone would have picked that 4 minutes into this one with these two high-powered offenses.
Filipowski getting a lot of attention and thrown away again. Duke looking like they haven't played in about a month at this point, and swished in by Horn as he will drill it from the wing.
And DJ Horn not waiting around for the second half to get his scoring going. As soon as he comes off the bench, he's able to get a three-point field goal to go the first of the game for either of these teams.
McCain over the top and up and in. Nicely run play, and again Filipowski going down.
But the presence of mind by Flip to not land and bring that down. He knows where he is on the court, already by the basket, lays it up before the help defense can get there.
Man, does he take a lot of punishment on a nightly basis. McCain harassing Horn. DJ Horn, the grad out of Cary, North Carolina, flips it up, and a whistle too. As he made the basket, he'll be off to the line. And NC State grabs a 7-4 advantage. Well, last 3 possessions, NC State's cleaned it up. They've gone 3 for 3. Their first 6, they went 0 for 3 and turned it over 3 times.
And no coincidence that 3 for 3 has happened since DJ Horn checked into the game. He has 2 of those field goals himself. The other by Michael O'Connell with the first field goal of the game for the Wolfpack, but they seem to have settled in, and that's often an advantage for a team that's played on this floor already. We mentioned it's been a while since the Blue Devils have been in this type of competitive action.
Kane wearing the advantage above that right eye of taking that pop and a headbutt. Going to be on the line there. 7 was on the shot clock. 14:39 to go in the half.
Obi, Flip has made a number of nice passes in tight quarters. However, Duke has not been able to finish. Give Diarra and Middlebrooks a lot of credit defending the rim.
Roach from the elbow, no. Rebound by Taylor. Taylor's really been their scoring star most of these recent games. These last 5 or 6, he's been the man for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, averaging close to 19 points over the last 6 games. Has had back-to-back 18-point games here in the tournament.
McCain on the drive. O'Connell sticking with him. Ryan Young, the 6'10 grad, about ready to check in for John Shire. Sean Stewart, wearing number 13 for Duke, had a terrific game against these guys in Raleigh as he came off the bench for 12 and 5.
Yeah, Sean Stewart playing more minutes down the stretch here for the Blue Devils as John Shire has started to grow a lot of confidence in the freshman. And he's made that pay off for his coach.
McCain using that lightning quick step to get inside for 2.
And that's an area where Jared McCain can often be effective. We know about his three-point shooting, but when he's able to get into the paint and attack, making plays for himself or others, that adds another dimension to this Blue Devil team.
Voted to the All-ACC rookie team.
Uh-oh.
Diarra is right as he goes for the slam and is screamed out.
But a play like that for him, OB, just energizes not only the Wolfpack, but himself. He's going to the offensive glass now. You're going to have to worry about him on every possession where his shot goes up.
Last night, DJ Burns was imploring him, dunk it. Don't give it up. Dunk it.
He got the message, OB.
I think he did. Filipowski on a nifty spin will finish that.
That's a tough move by Flip right there. Recognize there's no double team coming. Showing off his strength in that 7-foot frame to finish easily over the top of the arc.
Taylor outside the three, backs it up. He steps back and fires. Got it. He wanted badly to take that shot, and he drilled it.
You're absolutely right, OB. He was not passing that basketball. He made his mind up early. He was getting a look.
Roach a little too high off Proctor's fingers and out of play.
The big fella's battling it out. Mohamed Diarra finishing strong. And Kyle Filipowski recognizing no double teams coming. I'm going one-on-one, and I'm going to win this battle.
NC State with a victory last night on a big run in the second half, and they rolled Syracuse 83-65. Let's go to Angel.
Well, guys, with Mohamed Diarra right now, he's acknowledging Ramadan, and he cannot eat or drink anything from sun up to sundown. So the sunset in D.C. today was actually 7:15. He checked out of the ball game. He's going to go to the end of the bench, meet with the nutritionist. She said she'll begin to give him fluids throughout the game, but wanting to make sure that he has enough smoothies throughout the game. They're going to be feeding him.
Does a lot of stretching in games, too. That's going to be a traveling violation on Ryan Young, and another turnover for Duke.
Respect the discipline of this young man, and more importantly, the way the Wolfpack faithful have supported him in the training and the nutrition staff, knowing exactly when they can give him. Because once again, during Ramadan, he can't drink anything during that time either. So, of course, playing basketball, you need to stay hydrated.
And 7 offensive rebounds last night. Really showed up in a big way. Burns trying to get in close and takes the hit as well. The athletic 6'9" grad getting in tight and drops it in.
They took him to the back. He actually returned with a little patch over his eye. He actually received 3 stitches. But the most impressive thing about this, and Corey, I know you'll appreciate this, he had a smile on his face the entire time. That's why Coach Shire says he's the swag and the energy of this roster.
He is absolutely Angel, but you know, I blame Jared for that because he was playing defense. Why are you playing defense pregame, OB? There's no point in it.
Actually, before the game, you said, why is he even playing defense in the game?
Yeah, exactly.
Proctor Mitchell slammed that down. Beautifully run by the Blue Devils.
OB, in the huddle prior to this, during the timeout, Jeremy Roach was talking to Mark Mitchell specifically about finishing strong. I saw Jeremy Roach make the gesture, go up and dunk it, and you see Mark Mitchell taking that leadership from the captain and paying off on the floor.
He's had some giant games this season. Become a very valuable guy for Coach Shire. O'Connell on the baseline. He's walled off. Diarra on the fake. Shot clock down to 4. Burns straight on. Yes, he's got such a nice touch.
Yeah, that's it, OB. He just puts it on the rim so softly. Even when it does hit the rim, it still has a chance to go down because he's got that soft touch.
North Carolina, such an impressive win today. An awesome victory over Florida State, 92-67 in our first quarterfinal. Baycott with 14 and 10. R.J. Davis, 18 points. Filipowski leaning in. Flips it. Yes, it'll go.
Diarra wanting a call on that one as Filipowski looked as though he extended that forearm. However, Diarra did a great job getting back up, as you see Filipowski battling with DJ Burns, and that's exactly how you have to attack a great scorer.
John Shire in the huddle.
We're being too antsy. Calm down.
So what's more open up your life?
Finishes, plays. We don't have to come down and take quick shots. Let it happen. The thing where we can't get hurt is not talking down here. You got to play every single play on defense. Then on offense.
Nice find underneath as DJ Horn's able to get his 3rd field goal, but on the underneath out of bounds, that's one of the things that John Shire was talking about. They've got to communicate defensively. That shouldn't happen.
Roach gets it up there and a whistle with 10:04 remaining in the half. And the other quarterfinal today was Pitt knocking off Wake 81-69. Maybe a critical blow for Wake Forest as far as the NCAA tournament. Pitt never trailed in that one. 19-12 NC State. Foul will go on Morcell. That is number 2. And so Roach to shoot. He will shoot 2 at 87% at the line. And rattles in number 1. We have everything covered on Selection Sunday. Again, it all starts at 6 Eastern. Sports Center at ESPN. Reese and the guys. Look at the men's field of 68. The brackets announced, followed by bracketology. And at 8, the women's field of 68 revealed. Bracketology coming you in, a complete breakdown immediately following.
Well, I believe it's my guy Dan Shulman now refers to it as it's actually Reese, Andrea, and the guys now. So it's not just about Reese and the guys anymore, as my little sister Andrea Carter is now in the mix. So, you know, I think Jay Bills didn't necessarily like being Reese and the guys when
well, that's what the promo says. So we're going to have to edit that.
No, we got to edit that. That actually have to be edited.
Burns short. Filipowski had the rebound come right to him. Roach with a misfire and a big rebound by Diarra. Michael O'Connell's had a really good tournament. 16 against Louisville, at 16 against Syracuse as well. He's got it beyond the three-point line. Horn will let it fly. And again, Duke crashing the glass.
Yeah, Duke limiting NC State to 1 opportunity.
Straight on. Oh, absolutely bottoms by Tyrese Proctor's 37% beyond that line.
But that's what's so dangerous about the Blue Devil team. They are more dangerous in transition shooting the 3. Now, with no Caleb Foster available, still out with injury, they don't have as much firepower, but with the 3 guys on the floor, they're still dangerous from beyond the arc.
They'll get Proctor, or I should say Roach, for that foul. That'll be number 1, Jeremy Roach.
Simple, quick kick ahead, and as the defense rotates towards Jeremy Roach, Tyrese Proctor steps in confidently and knocks down the 3 ball. And when he is making shots, it takes this Duke Blue Devil team to a completely different level, especially when he is confident on offense.
Well, Duke is starting to do that, right? They started out 1 for 10. They've made 5 of their last 6 shots. So Duke is awake. Taylor. Diarra, he will fire that up there, but too strong. So once again, they're 1 and done. Filipowski bouncing for Mitchell. Gets it out for Power. He can't connect. And reaching in, they'll get McCain underneath as he commits the foul. That's going to be 2 on him.
And we mentioned no Caleb Foster. So now the depth for Duke in the backcourt is nowhere near what it was. Caleb Foster, who pretty much single-handedly won the game against Michigan State for the Blue Devils, still out with injury. And so, of course, the depth in the backcourt is not the same as they've had the majority of the season.
Taylor off the fake finds the lane. A teardrop, no. Filipowski running the floor but can't finish it. How about this racehorse style? It's O'Connell to lay it in. Back and forth they go.
The one thing's for certain, when the Wolfpack have an opportunity in transition, they're going to take advantage of it. Jaden Taylor didn't even see the outlet pass from Diarra, but he put it so perfectly in place, he was able to pick it up in stride.
Filipowski slams it down after a dribble. Just kind of opened up for him.
But Flip has been very aggressive to start this game. And I love seeing that from him. When he is this aggressive, then, of course, he puts so much pressure on the opponent's defense.
8 points for him. All the ACC first team. Also Sporting News third team All-American. Burns runs into a wall of White. Off the fake, dribble down Horn. Got it! A three-pointer. Deadly. 43% beyond the arc. 24-19. Proctor looking to answer. And now it's heating up.
It's heating up now. We knew the offense would arrive. It was just a little late arriving. They took the first 4 minutes off, but now both these teams shooting at a high clip and playing at a much faster pace.
Titans up to a 2-point game. Under 7 to go in the opening half. Burns and Filipowski toe-to-toe. Diarra chasing down the loose ball, and on the line, he'll turn it over.
Angel told
advantage here on the Duke Blue Devils. First time they played 10 days ago, Duke turned it over 5 times in the entire game. Already turned it over 5 times in this one.
and 3 of those in the first couple of minutes of the game. So they've settled in offensively right now. Both teams have found a rhythm. Going to be interesting to see if either of these teams can get any separation. But Obi, I would love to see this one be a nip and tuck affair for the entire 40 minutes.
Filipowski on the move on DR to the left hand. That's tough to stop.
He has put North Carolina State on notice. They're going to have to deal with Kyle Filipowski this entire game when he starts going off the bounce, and every move has been aggressive.
Defensively, too. Already 3 steals as he connects again. And that's 12 points.
That's been a difference maker here. Oftentimes, I believe he's kind of been deferring to the guys on the perimeter, but right now, Kyle Filipowski letting everyone know who the best player on the floor is.
And leading Duke on a 7-zip run. Horn will fire from the elbow, and it's around and out. Over the top, Mitchell, good catch and a slam.
And another strong finish from Mitchell. Message received on the sideline. Stop trying to lay the basketball up. Dunk everything on the interior. Force them to foul you to take away the opportunity.
Middlebrooks went down, got back up, caught the pass. Going to work on Filipowski. It spins out. Almost made it.
But that's going to be the second foul on Filipowski. And that's the only way that you can stop him in this game is to get him in foul trouble and get him out of the game, because off the bounce he is attacking Mohamed Diarra with no chance on that possession. And then defensively, Kyle Filipowski getting into the passing lane and great body control to be able to finish. And even if he did miss OB, he was in great position to be able to go back up on that second jump and tap it in.
So Middlebrooks to the line, the transfer from Clemson. And a 73% foul shooter rattles in the first one. And now Filipowski with that second foul will step out with 5:26 left in the half.
And also Jared McCain on the bench with those 2 fouls as well. So you got a lot of firepower for the Blue Devils sitting on the bench watching, and they finally developed some type of offensive rhythm. See if NC State can take advantage of it with those 2 guys on the bench.
Foul line's been a big weapon in this tournament for the Pack. They were 20 for 24 against Syracuse last night, and they had made 53 of 64 in 2 games. At the line a lot.
Yeah, that's always going to be important, especially this time of year. And what should be a close game is taking care of business at the free throw line. Don't want to give away points.
Roach out high. Roach to attack. No opening there as they sealed him. Shot clock's at 3. Mitchell heaves it. And here comes NC State. They're 5-2 all time in the ACC tournament games in Washington, D.C. So they've liked it here. Middlebrooks. O'Connell with a short range jumper, no. TJ Powers, 6'9" freshman, getting some minutes here in the first half for the Duke Blue Devils. Roach bouncing it for Young. Kick out for Power. Here it comes. That glances off the iron, and Horn wants to go. Diarra does too, and he couldn't get it to go. Second effort though, tapped out for Horn. Here's Diarra from the corner.
That's why I'll be one.
Yeah,
that's why I'll be.
Is the plan all along.
Why make the 2 when you can get 3?
And a timeout.
Give Jeremy Roach a lot of credit getting back defensively, forcing DR extremely well, and DeMatha High School as well.
Jared McCain back on the floor now for Duke. These last 4 minutes before the break here at Capital One Arena in Washington. Pass inside for Young. They'll kick it out. Proctor's the open shooter. Got a tremendous look.
Yeah, Bobby, I think Duke has been a little too unselfish at times. Jeremy Roach should have taken that 3 in the corner. I mean, again, not that it wasn't a good look for Proctor, but Roach is a better shooter. Also, we saw them pass up an easy layup early to kick out for a 3 that they didn't make.
Rolling inside, Middlebrooks, and denied, but a whistle, and Mitchell can't believe it.
But I believe with this one, Clarence Armstrong had the foul down low. So before Middlebrooks was even able to elevate, the foul was down low on this possession. You see as Mitchell comes across, watch, you see the left hand hooking on that arm. That was a great call by Clarence Armstrong. He was right on top of it in great position to be able to see that. But I love how players, because you clearly know Mark Mitchell, you actually fouled him. And then, so the reaction of no way, we actually saw that. That was a clean call.
Certainly got him with the arm there. Middlebrooks at the line. 6'10" junior out of Fort Lauderdale. And drops it in. So 2-point lead for the Pack as they look for the upset tonight and look for their third consecutive win here in Washington, trying to play their way into the semifinals.
And Hobie, as we keep track, it's been a 6-0 run since Kyle Filipowski picked up that second foul. Jared McCain back on the floor playing with 2.
Kane had to flip it up in the air after the save right to Middlebrooks. Taylor shut off that baseline. And he's on the line right in front of the Duke bench, and he turns it over. We have seen that call more in college basketball this year than I ever remember before.
You know what? It's really been the last few years since the NCAA moved the three-point line back from 19-9 to 21 and change, whatever it is now. I don't know.
It's been happening more and more.
Yeah, but you got less space over on that sideline as, of course, the three-pointer has become even more important throughout this game.
Guys are playing with bigger feet this year.
Yeah, I think that's it. Or maybe the shoes are just bigger.
Proctor with a pull-up from 16.
You want to attack? Yeah, if you're DJ Horn, you want to attack.
Finds Burns, no.
But you want to put Jared McCain in any action, see if you can pick up that third foul.
McCain hopping into the lane. Can't stick it. NC State talked about wanting to push it, push it, push it. They wanted a track meet tonight as much as they could get it. High rebound for Proctor. And Mitchell will swing it. Roach off the dribble, guarded tight there by Taylor. And coming up on 2 minutes before halftime. Mitchell from the corner. He will drill that one. That's a two-pointer.
Mark Mitchell much more decisive in the shots that he needs to take and when he needs to drive it. That time doing a great job recognizing that Proctor did all the work. All he needed to do was shoot the basketball.
Look at how far away Burns is from the basket, starting this move on Young. Racing over McCain for the double. He flips it up there, but it won't drop.
But Duke not choosing the double team until DJ Burns puts the ball on the floor.
McCain, yes, that'll roll in. And Duke back in front by 2. Points in the paint. Duke is double up NC State. Filipowski getting into foul trouble, but he was on fire before he went to the bench. Shot clock at 8. Taylor. Burns. Shot clock down to 2. O'Connell, long one. Got it. A triple.
But another dime from DJ Burns, giving O'Connell just enough time to get that shot off over the outstretched arm of Mitchell.
Foul here. Wolfpack making those threes at a pretty fair pace and coming up as dominates. 45.1 to go. Proctor will fire. Mitchell hanging on to the rebound, kept it alive. And a second effort here for Duke. Jeremy Roach, 14 points a game. Proctor with a shot clock to 5. It opens up a bit. Diarra with the rejection.
Now here's the decision. Do you make a play?
Young did.
Young made that play right there. And if you're Taylor, you're looking at that clock. If you don't have a definite advantage, you pull that back out and get the last shot of the half. Taylor tries to take it to the rim. However, Ryan Young having no parts of it as Kevin Keats calls the timeout to set up the last possession of the first half. They have brought the fight to the Blue Devils.
So we'll see what Kevin Keats has drawn up here for a final play. In for O'Connell. 7 to get a shot up. They want Horn to touch it. He does. 2 to get a shot in the air on the drive. He hits it. Horn at the horn.
Team both on offense and defense when Flip is on the bench. But now back on the floor to start this second half. Look to see him be ultra aggressive, knowing how much they need him.
And just seconds into the second half, a foul here. DJ Horn also opening up in the lineup in the second half. He did not start the game. Let's go to Angel.
Well, guys, I was catching up with Coach Shire, and he said containing DJ Horn was the game plan coming into the game, and it remains the same way in the second half. He was not pleased with the open looks that he had in transition, especially from the three-point line. So he was just making sure that the team understood where he was on the floor at all times in the second half.
Casey Morsell with a dunk off the inbounds.
Second time that NC State's gotten a wide open look on the underneath inbound plays. Give Kevin Keats and his staff a lot of credit designing opportunities for his team to get easy buckets.
So it's the Wolfpack by 5. A lot of contact here as we get underway. Filipowski knocked to the deck. He spent about half of this game down on the deck. I don't think that's anything new.
We really need a tracker, Obi. How many times has Flip hit the floor? It was probably 5 times in the first 5 minutes of this game. We saw him picking himself up off the floor, but it's always going to be physical when you're playing against Kyle Filipowski because he oftentimes initiates the contact, forcing you to have to hit him back.
Yeah, I don't think he minds it at all. Diarra, his second foul. Inbounded to Filipowski. He'll spin right into Diarra, and he tied him up. No foul there.
That's great defense by Diarra, and more importantly, not leaving his feet.
The possession error will keep it right here for Duke. Off the inbounds for the Blue Devils. That'll glance away. The shot by Proctor. So NC State trying to build on a 5-point lead. They are the 10 seed. Horn will lift. Diarra came out of nowhere and he finished it. Got high up over everybody.
It took North Carolina State almost the entire first half to get their first offensive rebound after coming off 17 last night. But now you see why Diarra is so effective.
Mitchell on the dribble, left it short. NC State with wins here in DC over Louisville and Syracuse. There really haven't been many close games in this tournament yet.
I think we're going to have one here, OB. I believe this was coming down to the wire because the Wolfpack do not look like they're going away. And, of course, we know the Duke Blue Devils are always up for the fight.
I think you're right. It feels that way. Diarra tried to roll in and was lucky to save it. Shot clock is at 3. And a whistle here, and that'll be an offensive. It's going to go the other way. Keats with an argument.
Now, Kevin Keats not happy with this as we see Mohamed Diarra tight roping the baseline. He stays in bounds, but Horn gets the offensive foul on that one. But what was missed, Jared McCain got away with a foul right there. He actually held Diarra, which would have been a dunk.
Horn's first foul.
And they're going to dare. You see DJ Burns helping, going to dare Mark Mitchell to shoot that 3, even though he's knocked down one already.
Roach will round and out. And another rebound for Diarra. O'Connell for Morsell at 25 in round 1 against Louisville. Diarra working on Mitchell. Gets into that paint.
Love this matchup right here, OB. Casey Morsell and Jeremy Roach. Those two guys teamed up to win a Peach Jam championship together along with Armando Bacot. So those guys have a great relationship.
McCain. NC State by 7. Horn to drive it and flip it up there.
OB, I'll tell you why that was such a smart play by DJ Horn. Jared McCain's playing with 2 fouls. He understands the importance of Jared McCain, so he's going to put him into action, force him to have to defend. Either he's going to get a bucket or he's going
a rivalry of sorts, but it's been fun to see him battling it out tonight, guys.
6 points so far for him. 2 for 5 shooting. He's got it on the wing. He finds Filipowski for the quick strike.
Nice execution by the Blue Devils after the timeout, getting Filipowski an easy look. But when you have a 7-footer that can play with such motion like that off the basketball, you get those type of opportunities.
14 for Filipowski. Well, you talk about great footwork and great touch. Burns with another 2. The Duke had started out very slowly in the first half. If you recall, they were 0 for 6 or 0 for 5 in this half before Filipowski's bucket. Hit like another. Try to go to the other side of the iron. We'll bounce it here and back up top for Jeremy Roach. Shot clock to 7, and he lost the handle on it.
Another turnover for the Blue Devils, and that's the way that this Wolfpack team thrives on offense. They turn you over, and then they go down and make you pay for those mistakes.
Burns up to set the screen. O'Connell.
He's got to go. You got Jeremy Roach. You got to go. That one, DJ Burns went a little too quick with trying to beat the double team getting there. He's got to take advantage of those opportunities with Roach behind him.
Roach, long range. Yes, sir. 44% beyond that line.
And speaking of taking advantage of opportunities, Jeremy Roach with the cross match gets back. No one picks up. A lethal shooter for the Blue Devils on the other end.
Horn getting trapped, but he got out of it with a pass. Cross court, O'Connell open. Yes, sir. An answer for the pack.
DJ Burns' vision is elite, OB. He just surveyed the floor, finding where was the open guy when he saw too many uniforms around him.
Proctor to drive it. Mitchell will finish it. (46-39) NC State. The winner moving on to the semifinals tomorrow at 9:30. Pass getting to O'Connell for a 2-pointer. He's starting to heat up.
He's starting to heat up, OB. He is now in double figures. He has played great this tournament. 12 points for O'Connell, 5 or 6 from the field, 2 for 2 from beyond the 3-point line.
Number 1 seed North Carolina to take on Pitt, the first semifinal at 7 p.m. tomorrow here from D.C. with Dan, Jay, and Jess. Filipowski running right into Diarra, who collects the rebound.
Again, I'm going to have to correct you on that one, OB. It's actually Jess with Dan and Jay.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, that's it. But again, we got to point out who the stars are here.
There's no question about that. Put those guys in their place.
Yeah.
Morsell fairly quiet to this point. Slamming on the brakes with a turnaround. Duke looking for some rhythm here. Filipowski tangled up with Morsell, has been grabbing that shirt. Mitchell.
DJ Burns not going to go out there and guard Mitchell, and that's what you have to do if you're Mark Mitchell. They're going to dare you to shoot those threes, and I believe Ron Gruber gave the signal that's going to be a 2. Mark Mitchell's foot on the line. They'll look at that one at the next dead ball.
Yeah, 23 against Notre Dame, 23 against Wake, and Diarra will draw the foul.
We've got missed shots. We can't have that. And speaking of made shots, Mark Mitchell's bucket before we went to the timeout was ruled a 3. So the score is now 48-42 in comparison to what was ruled a 2 on the court.
And before the timeout, McCain picked up his 3rd foul. That has Diarra at the line, 65% as he hits number 1. NC State trying to continue a magic carpet ride here in Washington and play their way into the semifinals tomorrow. A win tonight would be their 20th of the season.
Tell you what, OB, he does not look like a 65% free throw shooter there. Neither one of those touched the rim. They were all bottoms of the net.
Filipowski, a 14-point game. McCain looking inside. He'll spin to the paint for 2.
And that's the way Flip's going to have to play. Every time he gets an opportunity in the post, if they're not running somewhat at him immediately, he has to look to score. I think Duke has been a little too unselfish in this game, trying to share the basketball and overpass it.
His productivity per minute higher than anybody's on the floor tonight. O'Connell with a pull-up, too strong. Middlebrooks battling for the rebound, freed it, but right to Duke. McCain poked away by Middlebrooks, and no foul. He just deflected it.
Great hands by Middlebrooks getting back after the scrum, but Flip on the offensive end has been spectacular. Sees no double team coming, recognizing that DR, as good as a defender he is, too small for Flip, and Flip once again back at it, going to that left hand. They can't stop him. He's going to force Kevin Keats to have to bring the double team.
50-46. Duke closing the gap. 18 points so far for Kyle Filipowski. Taylor off to Middlebrooks. Downstairs going to work. It rolls off the iron. Duke grabbing big time momentum. Rhodes trying to split the defense. Fouled on the floor. Almost got through those two. But he gets hit with exactly 12 minutes to go. Duke is starting to tighten it up. 50-46
in the championship game.
Duke to put it in. 12 minutes to go. Filipowski 9 for 13 shooting it. The rest of the Duke team 10 for 33. So he could use some help. And a collision as McCain went down, tying up with Horn before the ball was ever inbounded.
But McCain looked as though he may have turned his ankle. He was grimacing as he tried to get through that screen. Of course, he was held up by Horn. But let's watch. Look at that right foot. You see that right ankle turn on the way out.
Number 2 on Horn. Well, he got hit before the game ever started. Took 3 stitches above that eye because of a headbutt with a teammate in a pregame drill. He's taking a beating tonight. Proctor off the catch. Wants to drive it for 2.
Great recognition by Tyrese Proctor. And not that the 3 would have been a bad shot, but attacking the basket, getting the layup was even better. As 2 defenders stayed with Flip.
And the Duke fans in the house, and there are plenty coming to life here. They pulled it within 2. Horn, and he takes a shot. A foul against Duke here. Proctor gardening really close. That'll be number 1. Tyrese Proctor.
Bill Covington having a conversation with DJ Horn after the call. DJ placed the basketball. He didn't push it into Proctor's chest. He just lightly placed it there, which of course is a no-no in the game. Love the fact that the officials having the conversation and not handing out a technical foul. However, if it happens again, they will be quick to hand out the tee.
Horn on the inbound. Trying to drive and shovel that pass to Middlebrooks. Morsell, a determined drive, and down it goes, plus the foul. That was a tough shot.
That was absolutely a tough shot and a tough move by Casey Morsell, getting downhill, playing in front of 25 friends and family here watching him at home. And of course, his other friends and his family on the sidelines celebrating the strong move. And of course, you always got to have a flex in there, OB.
You must.
That's what I do when you make one of those big time calls. When you show off the pipes, I'm over here flexing behind you. Most people can't see that, but it's actually happening.
And thank God they can't. Well, McCain has just been hit with another foul. That's going to be number 4 on Jared McCain.
And now TJ Power into the game in a tough spot, simply because it's going to be difficult for him to defend any of these high-powered guards for the Wolfpack.
11 minutes to go. Filipowski, body to body on Burns. Got it back. He finished it. He earned that one big time.
He absolutely did. Great job defensively by DJ Burns as they both go back smiling down the floor. Burns did his job, but Flip just did his better.
Filipowski with 20. He's 10 for 15 from the floor. Morcell, long range, can't drain it. Rebound tapped out high. Morcell grabbed it. He got there first and finished it last with the slam. 55-50. Filipowski touching it every time down the floor.
As he should.
Draws the whistle there, and it almost rolled in. He'll be headed to the line. They'll get Middlebrooks for number 2.
The offensive glass, Ben Middlebrooks tapping it back out to Casey Morcell, who sees a wide open lane, goes in, flushes it with 2 hands to build the lead back up to 5 for the Wolfpack.
In Raleigh, Filipowski went off for 22 points and 9 rebounds, having an even better game this time. Of course, last year won the ACC tournament most valuable player. But he is in a dogfight tonight. And another free throw on the way. He makes 67%. And 1 of 2.
Right now, I would expect to see Kevin Keats find a way to get TJ Power involved in movement to see if he can find a way to defend Casey Morcell, who's caught in fire here over the last few possessions.
Morcell with it.
There it is.
At the foul line, slamming on the brakes. Shot clock to 5. Horn with a leaner. No. Middlebrooks. It did touch iron. Reset of the shot clock. Not that it mattered because Taylor was ready to fire.
Obi, in the first half, it was the Blue Devils all over the offensive glass. But now Ben Middlebrooks, Mohamed Diarra starting to flex their muscle on the offensive glass.
Roach really hunting contact. No whistle. Torn away by Middlebrooks. And a foul against Duke. Ben Middlebrooks making a difference, the 6'10 junior coming off the bench.
Absolutely. Ben Middlebrooks crashing the glass offensively, but more importantly, strong with the basketball, delivers a strike outside to Jaden Taylor, who knocks down the 3 ball.
Guys, to revisit what Coach Shire told me before the game, even though they saw this team 10 days ago, this is a more dangerous Wolfpack group because they're playing connected. They're playing more confident. He said when DJ Horn missed the first round, this team understood their role, how they could impact the game. We're seeing them very connected. All but one player has scored on their roster.
It certainly happened here in Washington as Morcell has a shot go in and out because really they weren't playing great in terms of wins and losses.
They lost 4 straight games coming into the ACC tournament, and in those 4 games they lost a turnover battle as well. But they have been on top of things here since they've come to DC.
McCain back in, 4 fouls, lost the dribble and lost the basketball. That's out of bounds. And not a lot going right at the moment for the number 2 seed Duke Blue Devils.
It's been a tough evening thus far for Jared McCain. However, he's one of those guys that he'll stick with it, continue to fight this fight, but give the Wolfpack a lot of credit for the way they've defended the all-rookie selection.
Although when he gets hot, look out. 8 threes at Florida State. You and I were there for that record performance. Horn doubled it down to Middlebrooks. Tried the other side of the rim, but no. Duke to run. McCain wants that paint and a whistle. Foul here against NC State. Stops the clock with 8:19 to go. The foul on Morcell is number 3. McCain, an 87% foul shooter.
Obi, I've been in that spot before, especially as a first year as a freshman coming out and playing in the ACC tournament. In that first game, I can remember my first game in the ACC tournament, I was 5 for 20 from the field. Things did not go well for me.
5 for 20
5 for 20
the game.
For the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got good looks.
Wow.
But with Jared McCain, things haven't gone well for him. However, he still has the opportunity to make a difference in this game.
A blood issue, I think, here. As Middlebrooks came out to get some attention. Yep. On that hand, he has been a whirling dervish here tonight for Coach Keats.
He really has. What a luxury Kevin Keats has to be able to have a guy like Ben Middlebrooks to go out and give him quality minutes, with DJ Burns unable to play extended minutes in this game. Ben Middlebrooks has given them all the energy and effort that he's needed.
Well, as Jay Billis would say, it's not the ACC tournament if somebody's not bloody.
Now, that is a great point. And Jay's been around a lot of ACC tournaments.
Well, you both have.
Know.
You both know very, very well. 8:19 to go. And O'Connell's being called over by Ron Groover.
I believe he can't come into the game quite yet. There's 2 shots on the foul, so DJ Horn has to stay on the floor till after the first shot. And then at that point, there can be a substitution.
So Horn lingering on the floor right next to Kevin Keats. And it'll be McCain at the line to shoot 2. Freshman from Sacramento, California. And now O'Connell in. And DJ can go take a seat. An ailing hip kept him out of game 1 against Louisville. As it turned out, they played really well without him. He came back and scored 16 last night. He played 36 minutes in the first game against Duke. He only had 8 points in that contest. He has been much better tonight. Taylor back for Middlebrooks into the double. And now Mitchell begging off. Taylor in the corner. Proctor comes over to guard him. Shot clock at 8. Taylor got it up there. Mitchell with the deflection.
Great job defensively by the Blue Devils on that possession. More importantly, playing without fouling. Giving away with the block shot. Now an opportunity to cut into this lead.
Roach off a great fake out for McCain. He's free for 3. Has not been his night. Rebound batted around a bunch of times and out off the Duke Blue Devils.
Into this game to seeing if he can have an impact, but DJ doesn't care about the numbers. He's more concerned about the W.
And he does have 4 assists in the game. Filipowski with the 21. The rest of the Duke team 31 points combined.
In that game on March 4th, Jeremy Roach, 21 points for him. He was the Robin to Flip's Batman in that one, but hasn't been able to get it going here this evening.
Back for Burns. Burns trying to spin to that iron. It's tapped up and in.
But the mistake, and you see the frustration from Flip. Mark Mitchell trying to come over and block the shot. As a shot blocker, when you go for that, if you don't get it, it opens up the backside from an offensive rebound. That was easy pickings for Diarra.
Filipowski determined to get under there into a double. Diarra slaps it away. And Horn pulls it back.
Smart play by Horn. Don't have numbers, nothing going there. That's going to be the foul, Filipowski.
Wow. And a chintzy one. 6:41 to go. Number 3 on the 7-foot sophomore. Take a look.
As you see Filipowski just holding on, impeding the progress of DJ Burns. And as he stays close, Clarence Armstrong close enough to be able to make that call.
Diarra wants a long one. And Duke crashing the glass, but down by 8 with 6.5 minutes to go. Filipowski stepping into a triple. O'Connell with the rebound. Sees Diarra up ahead. Back for Marcel for the slam. And that's the biggest lead tonight for NC State. Up by 10. 62-52. Mitchell got it up there despite some contact. And he drops it a pair. NC State, the number 10 seed, up against the number 2. DJ Horn.
But look at Casey Marcel getting in the mix.
Oh, look at Diarra to free it.
And this is the 3rd game in the 3rd day for this Wolfpack. However, they have been quicker to the loose balls. More energy for the team in red than it has been for the team that's rested.
6 to shoot. Horn to Marcel. Trying to fake, spin on Mitchell. Hit it! back up to 10.
Casey Morcell, 5th year. DJ Burns, 5th year. DJ Horn, 5th year. They don't want it to end right here, OB. These guys are trying to keep playing.
They look like a very different team than the first time they faced him. Mitchell will knock down a 3.
And that's the 3rd time he's made them pay for daring him to take that shot. Big bucket from Mark Mitchell, who's up to 16.
NC State making a huge difference on the glass in this half. 6 offensive rebounds in this half and 11 second chance points. Horn close in, will draw the foul. DJ Horn, a really good foul shooter, will head to the line once he catches his breath.
Yeah, he told his team, hold up 1 second, let me get a chance here to rest.
Proctor's 3rd foul. And Horn to shoot. And it's down to 4:49. Horn 82%. Averaged about 18 points a game at ACC play.
The Pack not as good here at the free throw line tonight as they have been throughout the tournaments. Only 7 of 10 from the charity stripe. This is a team that dominated the free throw battle as we see DJ Horn miss 2.
Boy,
and that could be costly.
Those look like tired foul shots.
Yeah, we got to bring up the fact that he did not play game 1. He is nursing a hip flexor.
Filipowski waiting outside for the ball, but Mitchell gets it in the lane. He'll drive it and score it.
5 straight points for Mark Mitchell. He has shown up in a major fashion for the Blue Devils here as of late. They haven't gotten the production from the backcourt they're used to.
DJ Burns again, and another foul.
So now OB. The cheap foul that Flip got battling with DJ Burns, that was 3. So now this is 4. 4 fouls, 4:14 remaining. And this is when you look at it and say, those are the fouls you have to stay away from, Flip. You're too important to this team. You've got to be on the floor. Now he's playing with only 1 foul or a disqualification.
His 21 points, 12 rebounds, but now 4 personals. And another miss here at the line for the Wolfpack. First couple of games, they were shooting about 82% collectively. They had made 53 out of 64 in the first 2. Another one for Burns. And that one he gets. Middlebrooks back in now for the Wolfpack, and Burns will take a seat.
And that play, this substitution is to get to the media timeout. You want Middlebrooks on the floor defensively to try to slow down Mark Mitchell, who has gotten going here on the last few possessions.
4:05 left in Washington.
Great hands by Diarra.
Knocked away. Morcell collects it. And the Wolfpack on top 65-59 and with the ball. Keats calling out a play from the sideline. Casey Morcell looking to get a shot in the air. 6 seconds on the clock. He's determined to take it off the window. No, it comes right to Diarra, and it drops in. It hung up there forever and fell.
The unsung hero for this Wolfpack team, Mohamed Diarra, getting the job done on both ends of the floor.
Filipowski going strong and made it. He'll be heading to the line. A money shot, who has played 34 minutes in this game. Filipowski will be at the line. And looking to finish up a 3-point play. 23 points, 12 rebounds for Filipowski. He's also added 3 steals tonight. Pressure here from Duke broken by NC State.
So here's the thing right now, OB. When Duke is going to pressure you, if you got numbers, you got to attack. This is not the time of the game to bring it out and use a bunch of clock and allow Duke to set their defense. You get an opportunity, you have to take advantage of it. Still keep your foot on the gas pedal.
Horn backing away, taking a better look at that shot clock. And drills the jumper. He had that look in his eye.
Well, and he got to his rhythm dribble. Mark Mitchell has to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. He allowed DJ Horne has made that shot 1,000 times in the gym by himself.
16 points tonight. Proctor looking to answer, leaning in, and it'll roll home.
That's a tough bucket by Proctor, and once again attacking the basket, not settling for the jump shot.
Fast approaching 2 minutes left in this quarterfinal. And the number 2 seed in trouble. Proctor on Horn. Filipowski out to guard Horn. That opens up Burns at the foul line. Shot clock to 4. Back to the big fella. Got to get a shot in the air. And that'll roll off. That time the rim did not help them. Mitchell running the floor and draws the foul. He wanted so badly to make that lay-in, but he'll be at the foul line with 1:46 to go.
Love the pass from Jeremy Roach, keeping his eyes up, not even dribbling the basketball, seeing a teammate cutting to the basket. Mark Mitchell with a nice run. Of course, he would love to have finished that had the and one, but still opportunity to cut into the lead at the free throw line.
65% foul shooter. He's got 2 shots coming. And time running down here in this quarterfinal. And a miss. And coming up tonight, 11:30 Eastern, the Nothing But Net crew will have the complete breakdown of today's ACC tournament quarterfinal games. This is the 3rd game of the day. Another one to come at 9:30. That's Virginia and surprising Boston College.
OB, there is a squad in this building today. You talk about Andrea Carter at the point guard, Joel Berry off the ball, Luke Hancock, Jay Williams, and Carlos Boozer. That team can win some games.
You're in that lineup.
Nah, not with these hips.
Well, I didn't mean now. 1:27 to play. Burns wants the paint, swooping in and lays it home.
Oh, and even worse, Kyle Filipowski limping out of that scrum.
Yeah, slow to get across midcourt. Little gimpy. 71-64. Proctor.
Great defense by O'Connell getting over that screen.
10 to shoot. Filipowski dribbling away. 6 to get off a shot. Roach has it knocked away. And that was with 3.6 on the shot clock and 54 point. It will be Duke ball.
Yeah, it will be Duke with the basketball. It must have been called Duke's basketball on the floor.
So they gave it back over to Duke here.
That's a tough shot.
Proctor can't get that one to go. Diarra went up for the rebound and another whistle with 50.7. And Roach slow to rise.
But that was a rush shot from Proctor. He never got square, never got settled on that one, and had more time than I believe he thought he did coming off that. The execution was perfect. Just never got his shoulders squared to the basket trying to take that three.
So Diarra with a 1-and-1. Roach with his 3rd foul. And front rims it. Duke has to hustle. Proctor to the paint. Tipped up and in by Filipowski.
Great touch by Flip there as Proctor now runs away with the gingerly. He's going to keep fighting out there, but
Horn gets it up ahead.
you got to finish it.
And Middlebrook does not.
And he gets the, he hung on the rim also.
He did. He hung on the rim. Missing the dunk, wide open as you can be.
Now as the officials.
Both of them in the high 80s. McCain 87%. And gets that one. That's the one with 30.3. So 71-67.
So it will be NC State's ball, however. because there was no possession after the play. So it will be NC State's ball because of
the possession arrow.
Seconds on the shot clock. You cannot allow the Wolfpack to run down this time.
So it'll be O'Connell to put it in from the baseline. Stewart right in his face at 6'9". And looking for a cutter. He does bounce for Diarra, and a whistle as he made his way to the basket. 29.9 on the clock. And that'll go against Proctor. That's number 4 on Tyrese Proctor to put Diarra to the line. And again, 65%. He's looked better than that. 2 out of 3 tonight, but huge shots here. And too strong with the first one.
It's different with 29.9 remaining, and you're nursing a 4-point lead as Kyle Filipowski checks back into the game. Still a 2-possession game, but a big free throw here.
They've missed 5 of their last 6 free throws, NC State. And he missed the pair. Proctor. Filipowski turning, going in strong, and he's got 2 more. 71-69. 17 seconds. Diarra with it. Horn will draw the foul from behind.
Filipowski just fouled out.
He did indeed.
But Filipowski felt as though he got all ball on that possession.
Kyle Filipowski has fouled out. 15 seconds to play. DJ Horn was fouled there.
Hard to see if he got the arm or any contact on that one.
Well, Filipowski played a great game. 28 points, 14 rebounds. But he is done. And Horn headed to the line.
Love the decision by the Blue Devils on the last possession to attack the basket. For a number of reasons. One, the Wolfpack have missed a lot of free throws as of late, so they're not going to be as confident at the line. However, this guy right here, DJ Horn, has ice running through his veins.
Hits the big first one, 72-69.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. And right now, this is the important free throw to try to make it a 2-possession game.
Number 2 for DJ, indeed. Up by 4, and another timeout.
It would not shock me at this point, OB, to see Kevin Keats have some full-court pressure up. One, you don't want to allow the Blue Devils to be able to race the ball down the floor with a lot of time and get a good look at the basket.
So 15 seconds left. Here's Proctor. Hard drive. The reverse won't go. Diarra cradling it. Mitchell fouls him with 7 seconds left. And the NC State faithful begin to sense it. (73-69), and Diarra back to the line. The 6'10" junior to shoot 2. Tonight 2 for 5 at the foul line. And that one off the 10. So he made a couple early. Now he's missed a number. 2 for 6. And his second will go to make it 74-69.
Obi, the game plan has been executed perfectly by the Wolfpack throughout this game.
Power from the corner, no. Proctor gets it back. That won't drop, and NC State wins it over Duke here in the quarterfinals. They knock off the #2 seed. They eliminate the Duke Blue Devils 74-69.
Give Kevin Keats and his staff a tremendous amount of credit. The